Hi everyone, my name is Dave and a warm welcome to the YouTube channel Animar Animus. I'll be speaking with you today from The Heart, the Seat of the Soul, and today's reading is a continuation from this book, The Dream of the Cosmos, A Quest for the Soul, courtesy of Anne Baring. And Anne, thank you very much indeed for letting me use your book once again. This reading is from chapter 16, Instinct and the Body as a Manifestation of the Soul. Man has no body distinct from the soul, for that called body is a portion of soul discerned by the five senses, the chief inlets of soul in this age. That's from William Blake, from The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. People say that what we are seeking is a meaningful life. I think that what we're seeking is an experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonances within our innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel a rapture of being alive. That's from Joseph Campbell, The Power of Myth. The soul is not in the body is in the soul. Meister Eckhart. I've always liked the story of Androcles and the lion, because it illustrates so clearly how healing the wounds the instinct carries brings rich rewards in the arena of life. Androcles was a Roman slave who'd been taken to North Africa. He tried to escape to the coast and return to Rome. He knew that if he was caught, he would be killed. So he waited until the nights were dark and moonless before creeping out of his master's house and stealing through the town into the open country. He hurried as fast as he could. So when day broke, he found that instead of reaching the sea coast, as he had hoped, he was in a desert. Seeing a cave in the side of some cliffs, he crept into it, lay down, and very soon fell asleep. He was awakened by a terrible roaring, and to his horror saw a huge lion standing at the entrance to the cave. Androcles had been sleeping in a lion's den. There was no escape. The great lion barred the way. Androcles waited for the lion to spring on him and kill him, but it did not move. Instead, it moaned and licked one of his paws that seemed to be bleeding. Seeing that the animal was in great pain, Androcles forgot his terror and came forward. The lion held up its paw as if asking for help. Androcles then saw that a great thorn had become embedded in the paw, which had cut and made it swell. He drew the thorn out with a quick movement. Relieved of pain, the grateful lion licked its paw, then limped out of the cave, and in a few minutes returned with a dead rabbit, which it laid at Androcles' feet. When Androcles had managed to light a fire, cooked and eaten a rabbit, the lion led him to a spring of fresh water gushing out of the earth. For 3 years, man and lion lived in the cave, but at last Androcles began to crave the society of fellow man. He left the cave, but was soon caught by some soldiers and sent as a fugitive slave to Rome. There he was condemned to be killed by wild beasts in the Colosseum on the first public holiday. A vast multitude of spectators came to see the sight, including the emperor. Androcles was pushed into the great open space, and a lance was thrust into his hand. With this, he was told he was to defend himself against a powerful lion which had been kept for days without food to make it savage and fierce. Androcles trembled when the ravenous lion sprang out of its cage with a terrible roar, and the lance shook in his grasp as the great beast came bounding up to him. But instead of knocking him to the ground with a blow of its paw, it began to lick his hands. Androcles saw to his amazement that it was the same lion with which he had lived in the wilderness. He patted it, and leaning on its head, he cried. All the spectators marveled at the strange scene, and the emperor sent for Androcles, asking him for an explanation. He was so delighted with the story, he made Androcles a free man. So hopefully you got something from that, ladies and gents. Thanks for staying with me. Take great care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye for now.